For those of you that this is your first time, usually we have way more people in this, so it's interesting. Okay, cool. So Tessa, are you the only one that's never been let's see, Rebecca, is this your first time for Power Hour? Okay, well, we'll just roll with it. All right, so this is a working Zoom. So basically, I'm just going to be giving you guys some super high directive on things to do. So we'll be working on Facebook and we'll be working on Instagram for those of you that are brand new. So we're going to start this morning by warming up our feed with birthday messages. So what you're going to do is you're going to head over to Facebook. You're going to search birthdays, and it's going to pull up all of the birthdays that you have today. My recommendation would be to record a video, send them a birthday message using a video. I just have a pre-recorded one on my video that I use, or on my phone that I use every single time so that I can get through it super, super quickly. These directives that you are going to be given are something that you should be doing every single day, whether or not you're on this Zoom or not. The key to getting engagement is to give it. And so these are just a few little things that you can do every single day. There's no action in attraction. There's no attraction without the action. So often I see people post and pray, post and pray, post and pray. They hope that people are going to comment on their post, or they think that by some random chance that the Facebook or social media gods are going to show their information to everybody in social media world. And that's just not how social media works. It actually requires you to get out there and engage with people every single day. So let's just start with birthdays. So I'm going to set a timer. Everything we do will be timed. And we'll set a timer for 4 minutes to go ahead and to knock out birthdays. I do not recommend just sending a birthday message. I do not recommend posting on people's wall for the birthdays. Either send a voice memo or record a video for highest engagement. 4 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Hey, Don, Ryan here. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
Is it too loud?
Nope.
Okay, just a quick question for you and everybody else on here that has input. When speaking to potential new clients, what's the best way to handle and move forward from massive skepticism? I can't pronounce it, but skeptical mindsets.
What have you given them?
I've given them videos, testimonials, people who I know that have tried the product and enjoy the product. And so far, everybody that has been met with being skeptical, I haven't been able to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to see if there's any tips that anybody has to help in that aspect?
I mean, if you followed the systems, if they're in our customer group, if they've seen testimonies and they're still skeptical and you've connected them with resources, just keep it moving. I don't waste time on trying to convince people that they need ketones.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I would just keep it moving.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. No, do not give them a free sample. That's a waste of money too. If they're already skeptical, they're not going to drink your free sample. And then you just wasted money. I mean, I don't recommend giving free samples to a single person, quite honestly. In fact, we just had a girl in our chat say this is why we don't give free samples, because she was just over at a client's house and the free sample that she gave last fall is still sitting there. So unless it's like a keto life party environment, or I'm sitting with you, physically sitting with you and shaking up ketones and you're watching the videos, you're not getting anything for free from me. Unless it's like a free cream because you bought a 5-pack or something like that. All right, birthdays are done. All right, we're gonna move over to the next task. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to our wall. Couple things that I want you to do. Number one, unfollow any existing pruvit promoters. So if pruvit people are popping up in your news feed frequently, whether they're current, been in the business before, whatever, aren't really active, I want you to, in your Facebook feed right here, there's going to be 3 little dots. She happens to be a pruvit promoter, love her to death, but I'm going to press these 3 little buttons up here. A little menu is going to pop up and I'm going to click the unfollow Elizabeth button that's right there. It doesn't unfriend her, it just unfollows her. You can snooze people for 30 days if you want to snooze them. You don't have to completely unfollow them, but we do not want people that are, we don't want people that are already part of our community to be on our newsfeed, because we can't earn money off of them. I've also been going through and snoozing like a lot of ads and stuff because I've been getting like a lot of sponsored ads and it just drives me nuts. Today just seems to be a day where, oh, so sorry. Anyways, what we're going to do, I'm going to set a timer. We're going to go through and I want you to comment with open-ended questions on as many people's most recent posts as you possibly can that pop up in your news feed. Okay. So like open-ended questions would be like, oh, this is a great picture. Where is this? Right? Something that's going to create opportunity for engagement. Again, do not comment on anybody that's currently and existing in pruvit. And unfollow anybody that is popping up in your feed, and literally every single person. Don't be afraid to unfriend people either, especially if there's like nothing that is a value that they're posting. How do you snooze ads? So it's the same way, top right hand corner, you'll see 3 little dots. There'll be a little okay. Same way, you'll see like you'll see a little X or a little 3 little dots, and it'll say like hide this ad. So I just click hide this ad, and then it'll pop up and say, why do you want to hide it? And you won't ever see that ad again. Because I get a lot of, I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of ads popping up. Okay, all right, so now we are going to head over to Facebook groups. How many of you, just by a show of hands or pop in the chat, are using Facebook groups to build your business? Okay, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head over. So I happen to have a really fun recipe that I'm going to use. So one of the things I'm gonna do today is just go ham in a bunch of keto recipe groups, and I am going to post a ton of recipes today. So we'll set an alarm for 5 minutes, go to whatever group it is that you want to go to. Either you can post your before and after story. If you're participating in keto groups, you can just ask some random question. That question could be like, what is any, who in here does intermittent fasting? Not you guys, but I'm just giving you ideas for like things that you can do, like questions that you can ask in the group, or anything of value that you can contribute to. Whether it's something that maybe you found at your local grocery store that you want to share with people. Maybe you have a recipe that you'd like to share, a question you may already know the answer to it. The whole purpose of this engagement is simply just to get engagement in some of these groups. So we're going to set a timer for 5 minutes, head over to your groups, and let's go. Also, don't respond to anything's to any comments or anything yet. If you start getting a lot of comments on photos and stuff. Whew, I'm hungry. Looking at all this food's making me hungry. All right, I got about 25 posts done. All right, so, okay, cool. So that task is done. Again, you can go back later. That should get you some followers. It should get you some engagement. All right. So now we're going to engage in some stories. We are going to head over to some stories over on Facebook. So 2 ways that you can do this. You can head over to your people. So in your messenger, head over to people. It should pull up a bunch of stories. Again, the key here is to engage in people's stories that are not part of the Pruvit community. So we're going to set a timer for 5 minutes and we're just going to go through stories and we're going to ask open-ended questions on our stories. I'm hungry. Hmm. Okay. All right. So that is something that, again, I think the biggest thing with social media, guys, is make sure that when you are on social media, that you're being really intentional with what you're doing on social media, right? So easy. It's so easy to get caught up in the scroll. It's so easy to get caught up in just engage, like just not even being engaging, but just like scrolling, right? So make sure that if you're going to be on your social media, that you're number one, setting boundaries, but then number two, that you're actively engaging with people that you could potentially at some point down the road offer ketones to. Okay. How many of you did a shake-up video of any type yesterday or posted anything about ketones or the reboot or anybody? Okay. First of all, here's what we're going to do. Let's post something like positive or inspirational. So let's head over to Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest, you could go to Instagram. But let's go over and find a something that's just like a positive quote. We're gonna head over there. This is a cute one. So I'm just gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna save it down. And then I'm gonna turn around and you might wanna find one or two. You might, if you wanna find a funny meme. So we'll just take a couple minutes, go find a couple either positive quotes or something funny, and then head over and we're going to post that in our Instagram stories or your Facebook stories if you have them connected. Alrighty, so there's that. And if you haven't already posted your shake up video today, let's go ahead and get that posted. One of the things I encourage you to do whenever you are putting your shake up videos in your story is to make sure that you're putting the benefits of the ketones on there too. Better mood, better skin, better digestion, muscle preservation. All right. All right, so now we are going to we're going to do one more thing. So let's do a quick green light challenge. We'll do that for 5 minutes. How many of you know what the green light challenge is? Anybody? Okay. All right. So you've got to turn on your app. Like you've got to make sure that in your Facebook Messenger, depending on what you have. I don't know if you have iPhone or whatever, but what you're going to do is you're going to head over, and in the bottom right hand corner, if you click on people, oh, let me go back in here real quick. I'm so tired. So this is what my messenger looks like. If you go right down here to this little people, okay, it's going to show you up at the top. It's going to show stories and it's going to show active. Click on the active. It's going to show you everybody that's currently online with phone in hand. Okay, so depending on your phone, it's going to show you. So you can see here that I have 856 people that are active with their phone in their hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to the bottom or somewhere in between. And I'm going to, we're going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And I just want you to send something that, like, if you want to send like a positive, like meme quote, you can do that. Send it to the person and say, hey, Susan, I saw that you were online. I saw this and thought of you. I hope you're having a great week. Or you can even just shoot them a text message that says, hey, Mark, saw that you were online. We haven't chatted in a while. How you've been doing? How have you been doing? I hope you're having a great week. And you can copy and you can paste that, just change out the name. Okay. We want to get through as many people as we possibly can in this next 5 minutes. Okay. Do not respond to any of the messages. All right, go. So I just am saying this is, hey homie, because this is my buddy Daniel. Hey homie, saw that you were online and have not said hey in a while. How are you? You guys doing okay? How's summer so far? Okay. And then I'm just going to go through and I'm going to send that. Then there's some people that you might find that you can just unfriend in the process too, just because maybe they're just people that you're like, whoa, why am I friends with that person? Also, note to self, do not respond to any of the messages that come through. All right, cool. All right, so that is everything we're going to do on Facebook today. Your kind of homework assignment after this is to, after we get done with Power Hour, you can go through and you can like start continuing to have some of those conversations with people. The other thing is that if you've recently done a shakeup in your videos or a shakeup video or posted really anything about ketones, you can use the cheerleader script, which is just, hey, Susie, thank you so much for your love and support on my post. Were you just being supportive or would you like some more information on what I've been doing? I'm grateful either way, but didn't want you to miss out if you were interested. Okay. All right. All right, so now we're going to head over to Instagram and we're going to take some time and we are going to go over and engage in some stories over on Instagram. So we're going to set the timer and then we're just going to, again, make sure that you are engaging on people's stuff that are not a part of Pruvit. Okay, so just take some time, go and engage on some stories. If you don't have a big Instagram following, you can do one or two things. You can stay on Facebook and like continue to engage in groups, maybe add some new friends to your Facebook, accept maybe some friend requests. And the script that I use when I accept friend requests is, hey, Susan, thank you so much for your friend request. Looking forward to connecting more. Where did you find me and what questions can I answer for you? Okay, so that's the script that I use to like engage people that are sending me friend requests. So if you don't have a big following or not really building on Instagram, you can stay on Facebook and add some new people to your following. If not, we'll head over to the Instagram. We've got 4 minutes on the clock starting right now, and we're just going to engage in some stories with some open-ended questions. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to kind of just do the same thing up in our feed. So you should have things that are popping up in your feed. We want to make sure that we are, again, engaging with open-ended questions to continue the conversation. So same thing, things that are going to pop up in your feed. We're going to create some open-ended questions, and then we are going to spend a little bit of time inviting people to the call tonight. Um, all right, so we've got 5 minutes on the board. Again, engaging, unfollow any people that are currently in pruvit. Yeah. I mean, not unfollow them, like you don't unfollow them, you just snooze them so that that way they don't, so that they're not showing up in your, so that they're not showing up in your feed. The people that you want to show up in your feed are people that you can actually, that are going to see your content. So we want to make sure that we're doing our very best to like engage with people that are not in the community, not because we don't love them, but because, you know, they're not going to, somebody already in Pruvit can't buy from you. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to take the last few minutes, guys. Kind of a homework assignment on your Instagram is what I like to do today is like go follow a handful of new accounts and engage on some of their stuff. And I make it a point to every day for like the next handful of days, make sure I'm very intentional with engaging and commenting on those people's things. So, the way that I do that is I'll go and I'll comment on like their last 3 posts, you know, and then obviously engage in their stories and stuff so that it's kicking their stuff like into my news feed. So let's just spend the last few minutes. We've got the call this evening. So the information for that was or has been or will be posted out, I think. Matt, if Matty hasn't posted it out yet, he will be. Yeah, here we go. It's just posted out. So the Ketone Vision 2020 call should be in your pulse. All right. So let's just take some time right now. If you have to go, you can go, but I'm just going to take a few minutes now to invite some people to tonight's call. So I like to typically invite my customers that I know are having positive experiences with the product and just say, hey, you know, Brenda, I know that you're having an amazing, you know, experience with our product. We're having a 2020 vision call tonight that just talks a little bit more about the product and, you know, how you could earn some free ketones if that's something that you're interested in, and just a little bit more about our community. I would love to have you join in as one of my guests. Okay. So that's what we're going to just kind of take the next few minutes to do. We'll wrap this up in about 5 minutes and then we'll call it a day for Power Hour. I've got to get some food here in a minute. I'm so hungry. Brenda, definitely a scam. Yeah, definitely a scam. All right, cool beans, everybody. So we are going to wrap it up. I will see you guys on tonight's call. I hope that you guys got some value from this. We will be doing another power hour, I think, on Friday. And so, yeah, let's rock and roll, guys. I hope you have a great day. Hope you're having a great week. I'll talk to you later.